Hi, welcome back to my views and news. More news stories from Ethiopia. Firstly, Shimalis Abdisa is Oromia regional president. He has released a message on New Year and indirectly he criticized groups in the Amhara region. What did he say? And he talked about Ola to Oromo Liberation Army. Secondly, Kobo, a North Wollo zone of the Amhara region, which Kobo is under ENDF control. No significant presence or no large-scale activities of Fano fighters in Kobo. The Kobo is hometown of one Fano commander, but Fano elements have presence there. An ENDF convoy came under attack in Kobo city. Details for you in this video. Firstly, viewers, Oromia regional president has released a message on new Ethiopian year. What did he say? Oromia president says that we have buried those extremists with their dead ideas who were trying to bring back the slavery era regime. These extremists, their efforts are dead. Those who wish old Ethiopia are out of the game. We are committed to build a new Ethiopia where all nations, nationalities are going to be treated as equal citizens. How to understand, how to interpret this message from Shimalis Abdisa? Who wants to bring back the slavery era? Obviously, he was talking about the groups in the Amhara region, and the groups, including Fano, are accused that they want to impose Amhara culture, Amhara language, Orthodox religion on all Ethiopians. They want that these groups want to impose Amhara government on all other ethnic groups. Was he pointing his finger towards TPLF leaders, TPLF? I don't think so. These days, TPLF and Oromia leaders are hand in glove, very close. In fact, they are new partners. Oromia PP senior partner, TPLF junior partner. The target of the criticism of both these groups is Amhara region-based group, which want by the way, the groups based in the Amhara region, they say that they are being isolated. Amhara people are being massacred, that what they are fighting for is survival, that Fano is fighting to protect the Amhara people. But the other side, Oromia groups, Oromia politicians, Tigray too, they claim that the groups in the Amhara, they want to impose hegemony on entire Ethiopia. The groups in Amhara, they want to annex neighboring territories. They want to annex Tigray's territory. They want to annex Benishangul territory. They want to annex Oromia's territory. So, very conflicting narratives which are launched by these groups. Shimalis obviously talked about the ongoing conflict in the Amhara region and efforts of the past too. So, according to Shimalis, there is no real threat from Fano. He seems to be saying that those who want to impose their hegemony, they've been buried. It means he does not see any tangible threat from Fano. Is this the assessment of Ethiopian government too? That this is the narrative, by the way, launched by government too. That is what I think Jula said as well. So according to government side, Ethiopian federal government, Oromia regional government, military, Fano fighters and groups in the Amhara, they are no more a major threat. Jula also said the same. He said that Fano and Ola were no more national level threats. That is what Shimalis is saying. But things can change, by the way. If Fano fighters can take control of all big cities in just a few days, it shows their capabilities, it shows the support for these groups. Shimalis spoke about Ola too. We know that Oromo Liberation Army and Ethiopian federal government held talks more than a month ago in Tanzania, Zanzibar. First round of talks was held, no progress was made, and second round could not start. Rather, we saw resumption of hostilities between the two sides. Shimalis expressed hope that dialogue, peace with Ola is achievable. Interesting, Shimalis is optimistic, though a second round of talks could not start. And Ola has been accusing federal government, Oromia government, that these governments are violating their commitments, and the governments are trying to get battlefield leverage before the start of second round of talks. But we don't know if this battlefield leverage has been attained by government or not. But so far, no signs of second round of talks start between the two parties. Ola and Ethiopian federal government held talks, but the agenda, or you can say the demands put forward by Ola at talks were those which cannot be agreed by just a few representatives meeting in a foreign country. Ola wanted clarity about the status of Addis Ababa, about the status of a Fano Oromo language, about the Ola maybe wanted a transitional setup in Oromia. These things, release of prisoners, lots of demands. These demands cannot be fulfilled by a few representatives of the government. It needs comprehensive dialogue between Ola and Ethiopian federal government with representatives from other regions too. Secondly, viewers, Kobo, North Wollo zone of the Amhara region. Kobo is hometown of Mere Bodajo, East Amhara Fano commander, but ENDF is in full control of Kobo. Wollo is under ENDF control. North Wollo, South Wollo, which have both Amhara and Oromo population. Fano is not as strong in Wollo as it is in Gojam and Gondar, especially in Gojam, Gondar too, but in North and South Wollo, military in full control, though it's a very difficult task for military to ensure that roads are open, because even from Wollo to Gondar, from Wollo to Addis Ababa, it's difficult to move because Fano fighters carry out attacks along main roads. In cities too. In Kobo, there was an attack on Ethiopian military around 48 hours ago. Hand grenades were thrown at a convoy of Ethiopian military in Kobo city. Obviously, military resorted to firing, and 2 people were killed in this clash between military and pro-Fano elements in Kobo city. So while Fano is not in a position to be in full control of towns in Wollo, it has its presence. It has carried out attacks on ENDF, on local police members, on Prosperity Party members in Kobo, in Voldia, in Marsa, and other parts of Wollo, North Wollo and South Wollo too. And then to the south in North Shore zone, we know that Fano fighters have significant presence. Rural territories are under their control. They're based in mountains or forests. So this is the overall situation in North Wollo. Mere Vodajo is wanted. Government accused him of the murder of the assassinated Amhara Prosperity Party leader Girmashitila. The two Fano commanders were accused of having plotted the murder of Girmashitila, Merewadajo and Bratishegao. Both are wanted, neither could be arrested. But we saw that Merewadajo appeared in several interviews, audio interviews mostly. So, news outlets can reach Merewadajo. Military cannot track Merewadajo. Ethio 360 journalists, they can interview people from the Amhara region despite the suspension of internet services and mobile network services in the Amhara region. Several people contacted me. They said, Sajid, how is it possible that Ethio 360 journalists take people live on daily basis? People claim to be from the Amhara region. Can you verify? No one can verify. It's just we'll have to leave it to the integrity of the journalists. No one knows where the caller is from, who he is. No one really knows. But if these Fano commanders can be contacted by news outlets, so either they're using some devices which cannot be tracked by the military, or military maybe is soft on these commanders. I personally think that these Fano commanders, Fano fighters are more equipped than people think. People think that these Fano fighters just have a few AK-47. They're farmers, they are local youths. I think they're more than that. They have fought in the Tigray war. They have battlefield, they have battle-hardened people. They have external support too. They're getting weapons from abroad. So Fano is not just an ordinary militia comprising a few thousand people. Fano is turning into a bigger threat, a bigger army. And don't be surprised if you come to know in coming days that this army has managed to acquire some sophisticated short range of weapons. Thank you for watching.